Yes, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to GAA Fan TV, and we are here today to preview this weekend's Leinster Hurling Championship final between Kilkenny and Wexford. Huge game for both these two counties, of course. They have just recently played each other about a week and a half ago. Huge game, of course, in the Leinster Hurling Championship. I don't think many people would have expected that it would have been these two playing each other in the Leinster Hurling Championship final. I think a lot of people very much expected that Galway would be in there, but of course, after the drama of last weekend where Galway, of course, lost to Dublin, combine that with Kilkenny versus Wexford draw, that obviously meant that these two will have to do it all over again in the Leinster Hurling Championship final. But of course, guys, before we jump into the preview for this game, do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Let me know down in the comments below what you think will happen between these two counties and what you think obviously will happen going forward, going into the All-Ireland series as well. And yeah, guys, of course, we do a number of previews on this channel, hurling, football, absolutely everything. Do watch out for a preview of this weekend's Munster Hurling Championship final as well between Tipperary and Limerick, and that will be one hell of a game as well. So yeah, guys, okay, let's jump straight into it. Kilkenny and Wexford should be a very enthralling game. I'm not too sure I'm expecting it to be as frantic as what it was in the closing stages in the game last week, but certainly in terms of quality, I would expect it to be probably a bit better, if I'm being perfectly honest. The first half in that game, when them two sides played each other, they were both kind of trading blow for blow. Both sides were really trying to figure each other out in those opening stages, and then as it got into the second half and into the closing stages, both counties really did know that a defeat would very much possibly leave them out of the championship, given what was happening over at Parnell Park. So and they both rallied, to be fair. I did think that both sides standout players didn't have their best game. TJ Reid was marked out of the game very well by Wexford. I think one thing that's impressed me quite a lot with Wexford has been their defence. They've done well against Galway, keeping them out. And they've done something very similar in this game against Kilkenny. Very strong at the back. And you can't deny the fact that they do have a very good team at the moment, Wexford. Of course, guided by none other than Davy Fitzgerald, the legend himself, All-Ireland winner with Clare as a manager. I think he won it as a player as well. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah, absolutely huge game for him. This is a huge test for Davy Fitzgerald, and he's been at Wexford a couple of years now, and you really feel like this might just be his last year as Wexford manager before maybe he obviously managed Waterford before as well, so who knows, maybe he might go to a different county after this, or maybe he'll stay on. But a huge game for him, huge game for Wexford. In particular, I'll be looking at Lee Chin. 7 points in his last game for Wexford via frees. I did think Kilkenny done a great job at keeping tabs on him, though. He is Wexford's standout player, so Kilkenny done very well, keeping him at bay and keeping him, out of the game very much. I mean, the only I think he hit 6 points by frees and 1 from play, which just goes to show the job that Kilkenny done on Lee Chin. Players that did stand up for Wexford in particular, though, was Rory O'Connor and Paul Morris as well. Two very good players. Paul Morris particular in the midfield. I thought he, his battlement, the way he didn't give up, was a very good game in many respects. And I was very much impressed with the way Wexford got on in that game. Of course, though, Kilkenny, we know they have stars. Padraig Walsh, Walter Walsh, of course, TJ Reid as well. I'm sure Kilkenny will be thinking of different tactics to go about this game, because obviously in the last game, TJ Reid was marked completely out of it. So it'll be interesting to see what Brian Cody will do going into this game. Will he stick TJ Reid up there like he did in the last game, or will he drop him off the forwards, or will he rotate him in some sort of aspect? It'll be very interesting to see what they do, because one thing that Kilkenny do quite a lot is they try and hit the ball up to TJ Reid. They don't really build it into him that much. We've seen that against Galway, constantly hitting it long. And one of TJ Reid's goals against Galway was the long ball hit up the field. One of the Galway players misjudged the catch, hit off TJ Reid, and he ran through and scored. And so that's just sort of what Kilkenny can do when they are going forward. But of course, I feel like if they can get some of their other players into this game, Adrian Mullen, let's say for example, 1 goal and 3 points in his game against Wexford, young player at Kilkenny, rising star, he could be a player to very much watch out for. So yeah, guys, I'm expecting a very close game between these two. I really can't call it in many aspects between these two counties. I mean, I really feel like this is a huge opportunity for both Wexford and Kilkenny, because whoever wins this game goes through to an All-Ireland semi-final, and the momentum they will get, the spirit they will get, the belief, the courage that they will get for going into the next couple of matches will just be absolutely huge. It really, really will. So in terms of my prediction, guys, I am going to go ahead and say that Kilkenny goes ahead and wins this by 2 points. I just feel like their experience will be a bit too much for Wexford. One thing about this Kilkenny team is that they just never give up. Against Dublin, they battled back when they were behind, when it looked like they might lose, and they won that game. Against Galway, they lost by a point, but they came very, very close towards the end of that game to turning it around. And even in that Wexford game, they just wouldn't get beat. They just kept on going. They kept on going. Could have easily went either way, of course. But certainly I just feel that Kilkenny will just have a bit too much experience for Wexford. Of course, guys, do let me know what you think down in the comments below. What do you guys think will happen? Who will win, of course? And how far do you think these sides will go in the All-Ireland series as well? So, yeah, guys, my name has been Aaron. Do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. And I will catch you all next time.